Imagine this scene. The flashing lights of a police car slicing through the leaden darkness. Officer Jason Bennett is on patrol, a routine he's done 1,000 times. Suddenly, a car blazes past him, going way over the speed limit. His instincts kick in. He flips on his siren and pulls the driver over. As he approaches the vehicle, he prepares for the usual excuses, but what he gets is something entirely different. The man behind the wheel looks frantic, his face pale with stress. He's a doctor. He explains, Dr. Isaiah Perez, and he's been called in for an emergency surgery on a child. A child's life is hanging in the balance. Officer Bennett listens, his expression unreadable at first. He asks for the doctor's license and registration, standard procedure. As he takes the documents, his eyes fall on the driver's ID. Dr. Isaiah Perez. The name hits him like a lightning bolt. It couldn't be. He stares at the man's face, really looks at him, and the pieces click into place. This wasn't just any doctor. This was the man who, just 6 months ago, had stood in a brightly lit operating room, his skilled hands working for hours to save a little girl's life. That little girl was his daughter, Emma. 6 months earlier, Jason's world had shattered. A terrible accident had left his daughter Emma with critical injuries. He and his wife had rushed her to the hospital, their hearts filled with a terror no parent should ever know. The hours that followed were a blur of fear and desperate prayers. And then, a surgeon had emerged from the operating room, exhausted but calm. He had introduced himself as Dr. Perez and delivered the words that Jason would never forget. The surgery was a success. She's going to be okay. That night, Dr. Perez wasn't just a surgeon. He was a miracle worker, a hero who had given them back their daughter. Now, standing on the side of a deserted highway, Jason looks from the ID back to the doctor's anxious face. The memory is so vivid, so powerful. He remembers the relief that had washed over him, so immense it had brought him to his knees. He remembers wanting to thank this man, to somehow convey the depth of his gratitude. But the words had felt so small, so inadequate for the gift he had given his family. And then, in the whirlwind of Emma's recovery, the moment had passed. They never saw Dr. Perez again. Until now. Here he is, the same man, now caught in his own race against time, his own mission to save a child. The universe has a strange and beautiful way of weaving our lives together. Jason feels a lump form in his throat. He could follow the book, write the ticket. It's his job, but some moments transcend the rulebook. Some moments call for a different kind of duty, a human one. He looks at Dr. Perez, a man who has no idea of the profound connection they share. He sees not a speeder, but a fellow human being on a critical mission, just as he had been on that terrible night 6 months ago. Without a second thought, Jason makes a decision. He hands back the license and registration. "Doctor," he says, his voice steady, "I'm not going to write you a ticket." Dr. Perez looks at him, confused, probably expecting a lecture. But Jason continues, "6 months ago, you saved my daughter's life. Her name is Emma Bennett. I never got to properly thank you." The doctor's eyes widened in disbelief. The frantic energy drains from his face, replaced by dawning recognition. He remembers the little girl, the difficult surgery. He remembers the terrified parents. He looks at the police officer in front of him, and the connection is made. But there's no time for a lengthy reunion. Another child's life is at stake. "Get back in your car, Doctor," Jason commands. But his tone is different now. It's not an order, it's a promise. "Follow me, I'll get you there." And just like that, the police officer who had pulled him over becomes his personal escort. The flashing lights that were meant to stop him are now clearing his path. Siren wailing, Officer Bennett leads the way, parting traffic, turning a potential delay into a high-sped life-saving convoy. They race through the city streets, a partnership forged in a moment of shared humanity. They arrive at the hospital in record time. Dr. Perez jumps out of his car, giving Jason a quick, grateful nod before disappearing through the emergency room doors. Jason watches him go, a sense of rightness settling over him. He says a silent prayer for the doctor and for the child whose fate now rests in his hands. He's done his part. He's repaid a debt he never thought he could. Hours later, news trickles out from the hospital. The surgery was a success. Dr. Perez, thanks to his escort, had arrived just in time. He had saved another child's life. This incredible story isn't just about a coincidence. It's a powerful reminder of how our actions, big and small, ripple out into the world in ways we can't even imagine. Dr. Perez's compassion for a little girl named Emma came back to him on a dark highway, in the form of a police officer who chose kindness over protocol. Officer Bennett's act of gratitude enabled another family to experience the same relief he had felt, the same miracle of a life saved. It shows us that we're all connected. The kindness you show to a stranger today might just be the help you need from a stranger tomorrow. It's a beautiful, intricate web of cause and effect, of grace and gratitude. Think about it. Every day, we have choices. We can choose to enforce the rules strictly, or we can choose to see the human being in front of us. We can choose to act out of duty, or we can choose to act out of compassion. Officer Bennett and Dr. Perez show us the profound power of that choice. Their story is a testament to the good in people, a reminder that even in a world that can feel chaotic and disconnected, moments of profound humanity shine through. It encourages us to pay it forward, to be the hero in someone else's story, because you never know when and how that kindness will find its way back to you. Thank you so much for watching and sharing this moment with me. If this story touched your heart, please give this video a thumbs up and subscribe for more content that celebrates the best of humanity. What did you think of this incredible story? Let me know in the comments below. Until next time, take care and look for the good in the world.